We are sandwiched between Fort Worth and Dallas, Texas, and Arlington at the luxurious AT&T Stadium. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start.
Yeah. Turn me up. Yeah. Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds, so really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. To the right side, this is Sermon. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard. These two teams, they met earlier in the season in Philly with the Eagles winning that ball game. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas.
Let's go now.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. They'll look to throw here. This to the outside, it's Sermon. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards.
Acá las tengo yo sentenciadas.
So they try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
An early test for this defense. Here we go on 3rd and inches. They'll set up to throw. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Oh, he's got some breathing room. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
Okay,
1st and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Sermon is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. And they do exactly what they wanted to. Opening drive, they get into the end zone. They do it on the ground.
And not only is the person lugging the ball happy, of course, because he got it into the end zone. How about the offensive linemen and receivers who are blocking for him? They have to feel great about themselves, sticking it in the end zone on a running play.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Play action now. Prescott. Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Prescott. That's caught. He finds Danny Gray. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3. We're able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decide whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Eagles will have it taking over a 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. He's got a man complete. 20. Trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards. So that's about as long a non-scoring play as you're going to see from inside their own 10 to 1st and goal. Here's Sermon, and this will result in him losing yardage back to the 3. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think we got to give it up for him right there. That's a heck of an athletic move for a big man right in the middle of the line. How about the play he makes there? Nowhere to run, and he finishes that one off for a loss.
Again with Sermon, and he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Trey Sermon, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles are off to a 13-0 first-quarter lead. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple. And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. They'll get 34 yards there.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
Prescott on first down. And this one is incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Prescott, Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Hassan Reddick in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
Well, partners, the first quarter, too early to start talking about needing a comeback. They're down 2 touchdowns already, and that sack, that disrupts this drive. They need something to go right on offense, and they need it to happen soon.
They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Prescott to throw it. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take over here up near the 40. And this, Charles, definitely not what they were wanting to see. Remember, he threw 3 interceptions in the loss last week, and now he gives the ball away again here in the very first quarter.
And you have to think that this was drilled into him all week, too, by his teammates, by his coaching staff. They've told him all week long, we've got to protect the football. They probably crossed that fine line with giving him the right advice and saying it too much. And it turned out that it got into his head a little bit.
Now a play fake here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Ok.
The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
Cuando te pongas la pijama. Sí.
So a little bit of a stiffer challenge now. 1st and 15 following the delay of game. On the counter, Sermon. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Ready?
2nd and 16. They're going to look to throw. That'll be complete to Sermon. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete.
As my dad used to tell me all the time, when you're getting ready to play a big-time game, especially when you have one going into a dome setting, better strap it up tight because that crowd can really affect things.
Especially on 3rd downs like the one we just saw there with the incompletion.
On the set.
He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to be forced out of bounds inside the 5-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Hey,
and they'll run with Sermon. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down, and this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
2nd and 1. On the move to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. After the sack, 3rd and goal now from the 12. They'll look to throw. Touchdown, Eagles. Alan Lazard, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 21-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
Órale. ¿Te lo puso tu mamá?
Just outside the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
Pues sí te puede crecer así. Nada más hay que seguirte lo que
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
On third down, it's Prescott. Open man Lamb. It's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A first down and then some. Give them 29 yards. Here's Prescott. Finding Gray going across the field. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Poquito, sí.
Mira, me queda hasta aquí. No se llama
A good position to be in here, second and inches. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why they look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Third and short yardage, Prescott. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Here's a give up the middle. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Down in this one, they needed that score, but they'll have to hold at least for the time being.
You're exactly right. Points that they had to have. As you said, they have to regroup now and see if they can get them another way.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on first and goal. Following the penalty, they'll go back to the run game. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
In most goal line situations, defensive tackles are just trying to hold the line, hold their ground, and let the other guys roam and make the play. But in this situation, he's able to push his way into the backfield and disrupt that play for a loss.
Second down and goal. Prescott toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Now we got third and goal coming up, and couldn't you imagine being in that hole, partner? You know they're looking at each other saying, we can't come away with just 3 points after this drive.
Yeah, they've covered a lot of ground. They want more than that 3. The offense on third down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at a third and goal here. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Right now, everything they touch turns to gold. This is their 4th possession. Touchdowns on their first 3 possessions. I mean, this defense, they can't seem to stop them. It's like they're on skates.
Great analogy, Brandon, because they are pushing them back and winning everything at the line of scrimmage. They've just been laying down tracks towards the opposite end zone. So to themselves, all they're saying is, if we don't make a mistake, there's no way they can stop us.
Here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. On the move past the 40. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Dallas Goedert, of course, he'll do well in this stadium. He's got a first down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He'll dump this off to Sermon, complete. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. They'll leave that underneath to Sermon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 8 there on the play, and it'll be 2nd and a couple. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. Back to throw again. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. Yeah, the Eagles are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5. It's been all passing all the time on this drive. 5 for 5, and now 1st and goal.
Feels like a case of until they stop us, we might as well keep running the offense that we like to run. Don't change up and do something different just because you think you need to.
2nd and goal from the 1. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal? Well, let's see what they do. They're knocking on the door here in the 2nd quarter.
And you know what you look at on your play sheet? Your 2-point conversion plays, because you've drawn up a number of them in today's football. You don't just have 1 or 2 for the game. You have more like 6 or 7. Which one do you like here? Because that's essentially what you're going for right now. That spot of the field, call one of those and go get 6.
They'll look to throw here. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Sermon on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Eagles are able to add on to their first-half lead. Elliott good on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the 2nd half. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got his target. It's the tight end Knox. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. A first down throw for Prescott. He's going to rifle one deep left side. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 46 yards. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. To throw is Prescott. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, this defense is certainly organized and playing off of each other because the rush is providing pressure and the coverage is forcing incompletions and capitalizing on mistakes. When you get every level on defense hitting at once, you get first half scores just like this one.
On 2nd and goal, Prescott. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left.
Well, this is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
3rd and goal, trying to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. Looking to throw. Prescott. The quick slant caught. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. Patterson's kick is good. And that will finish off this 3rd quarter of play. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Buenas noches. Buenas noches. Te estoy esperando.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Now a throw here to his running back. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards, good for a Cowboy first down. Here's Prescott. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Chauncey Gardner-Johnson with a pick. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Eagles defense gets a pick-6 TD. And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick-6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. As confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Taking it about the 1. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
Prescott's throw there caught by Gallup. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. Prescott now. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
And again, it's Prescott. Right back to his running back, Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
There's a nice pickup right there. And after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
On play action, Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Danny Gray, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Still well in control of this ball game despite giving up that touchdown a moment ago. He's going deep for Brown. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. They're trying to tiptoe the pylon, but they're going to say he stepped out at the 1-yard line. A big play there for Philly. 74 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They give to Sermon out of the gun. And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Trey Sermon taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Elliott good with a PAT. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
No.
Now Prescott.
No.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. And they will elect to decline the penalty.
Everything turned out the way they wanted it to. No sense in even having to take that one.
No se
Hence
pueden
the
dormir para
decline.
allá y luego venirse para acá.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. He's got his man. It's
No, como que
Gallup.
no siguió.
He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Ahí se tiene que
27 yards there, a first down.
Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome.
O sea, aquí
but
abajo.
completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is
En la de abajo, dices.
from here to the end. Make sure it's a good
Sí, si quieren dormirse abajo, sí se
A good
pueden
run,
dormir
got
abajo.
7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Prescott to throw. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Well, to be blunt, not a whole lot has gone right for this defense in this ball game, but that's something right there. Still in the third quarter. It would take something around miracle territory for a comeback, but maybe that's a start, Charles.
It certainly is, and they're definitely showing that there's some fight still left in them. Hasn't been a banner day, but they're trying their best to put that disappointment behind them and find ways to make plays.
DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle.
Dallas, Texas is the spot. Third quarter inside AT&T Stadium. Glad you're with us. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Sermon.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
He finds his tight end, Goddard. That's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And that one came close to hitting the big scoreboard up there as the fair catch is made inside the 20-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Mamá, Yoali tiene comezón en el cabello.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
On 2nd and 2, Prescott, throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
¿Qué pasó, mamá?
Prescott from the gun. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the 3rd quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Second and 6. No, scratch that. 2nd and 7.
Prescott. On the left side, Gallup's got it. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Prescott. He'll fire this deep for Gallup, and it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. Wait a second, they declined the penalty?
I'm as puzzled as you are, part. Understand how anytime you lose possession of the ball, yet you turn down a penalty that would give you possession back. Let's make this simple. Anyone who plays the game, take the football. Always take the football.
And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
So fourth quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. They're going option play on 3rd down.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4. The Eagles send out their punter now. Standing right on his own 5-yard line. Call that a 45-yard punt, just 2 yards there on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw on 2nd and 10, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Throwing, Prescott.
And this is incomplete. Boy, can you believe this? That one probably should have been picked too. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert. And he is going to have the Cowboys' first down as they wind up getting 13 there on 4th down.
No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Prescott yet again.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away. At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. Incomplete on the deep ball.
That incompletion is not surprising the way that this one is going.
Niñas, ya, por favor. Ya.
This team, they've really been
¿Cuántas almohadas tienen?
Una. Y yo me
A ver, pues les voy a dar otra y ya, basta.
me estoy haciendo para la orilla Y dice que sí. Mira, mira.
Ya. Ya. Ya, por favor, no me hagan enojar. Les estoy dando muchas oportunidades y no se están portando bien.
Fourth down, Prescott. Open man Lamb, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
Play fake. Here's Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Play action now. Prescott. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Now Prescott on 4th down. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles defense able to hold. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And they'll run with Sermon to begin the drive. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. Well, I'm sure he likes his performance a little bit better than last week. He had the 3 interceptions here, none in the 4th quarter, and he's got his guys in front.
Guaranteed he put in a tremendous amount of work this week, but maybe the matchup is just better for him. Sometimes it just doesn't work out. It's almost like those golfers. Certain courses fit their eye, and they like what they see, and other courses, as soon as they tee it up, they know they have no shot. Maybe that's the difference for him. Last week, no. This week, a big yes. I have zero rooting interest in either team in this game. I only want a good game. But with all the offense we've seen from them tonight, it's kind of nice to see the defense step up and make a big play.
Yeah, I was wondering if they were ever going to get him in the backfield. Nice to see him get a stop.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. 9 yards on the carry there, but it'll be 4th down now. The Eagles send out their punter now. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
One last shot now for Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Trey Flowers picks it.